Hey there, fellow pop culture lovers. Ready to dive into the electrifying world of Lord Drakkon, the twisty, turny, and oh-so-sinister counterpart of our beloved Green Ranger, Tommy Oliver? From ruling a dystopian Angel Grove to conjuring evil Power Rangers, Drakkon is a master of malevolence. But wait, there's more. With mind-bending abilities, interdimensional hopping, and a thirst for power that rivals even the fiercest villains, Drakkon is the example of a baddie turned badder. So, gear up for a roller coaster ride through shattered timelines, dark magic, and an alternate universe that's anything but your typical Power Rangers tale. Let's venture into the twisted anatomy of Lord Drakkon, where the only rule is that there are no rules. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. Who is Lord Drakkon? What does he look like? In this alternate reality cooked up by the brilliant mind of writer Kyle Higgins, Tommy Oliver's Green Ranger journey takes an unexpected detour. Are you thinking of the usual Rangers world? Yeah. Not so much. Zordon's been thrown off his pedestal, and Rita's calling the shots. It's a world where the Rangers are on the run, and Angel Grove is far from the serene haven we remember. Now, let's talk about our main character, Lord Drakkon himself. He's not just a villain, he's an evil twin of Tommy Oliver. Imagine if the Green Ranger took a different path, one that led him down a dark rabbit hole. He's the big bad wolf who never joined the Power Rangers party. Instead, he embraced his sinister side, ruling over a dystopian Angel Grove with an iron fist, and an army of Ranger sentries at his beck and call. But how did he become the nightmarish figure? It all started with a twist in the timeline. Drakkon's history mirrors Tommy's up until a fateful clash with the Red Ranger of his reality, Jason Lee Scott. At that moment, Tommy's path took a dark turn. He rejected Zordon's offer, fell into Rita's twisted embrace, and started a campaign of conquest. City by city, Earth fell to his rule, and Rita's influence transformed him into the power-hungry Drakkon. Lord Drakkon flaunts around with a style that's a total mashup of the classic Green Ranger and the White Ranger. It's like someone went all artsy with Photoshop, merging the vibrant green with the sleek white. He's like the edgier, cooler cousin of our beloved Tommy Oliver. Imagine Tommy taking Rita's lessons to heart, going so far that he killed her, seized her power, and shaped the world in his own dark image. It's a tale of power corrupting and a hero turning into the very thing he once fought against. Drakkon isn't just a name, it's a symbol of fallen ideals and shattered friendships. Lord Drakkon's suit changes when he gets new powers. Drakkon's suit is the ultimate fashion chameleon. It changes more than a teenager's Instagram filter. As we know, his suit is a combo of the mighty Morphin green and white Ranger suits. But there is more. In the Shattered Grid saga, Drakkon goes full-on war mode against all sorts of Power Rangers. Every time he takes down a Ranger squad, he snags their morphers and absorbs their powers like a villainous vacuum cleaner. And when this happens, his suit shifts. With each new power grab, it's like a fashion show of doom, with every design tweak representing the fresh powers he swiped. Drakkon's suit evolution isn't just eye candy. It's a storytelling masterpiece that ramps up the tension. You can practically read his powers through his suit's makeover. Just when you thought Drakkon was maxed out on the power scale, he drops a new suit bomb in Power Rangers number 27. Last time we caught up with him, he'd already snatched the Samurai Ranger's powers and rocked his upgraded look, but now he's gone and snagged the red Zeo crystal. Taking a close look at the new suit, black and gold gauntlets, a belt that screams, I mean business, and a shield with a hint of green for that extra sinister flair. The pants are like a white canvas with black knee pad artistry, and the helmet's got a new gold accent. Oh, and did I mention the shield's got a grid-like design? Someone give Drakkon a fashion award or not, because he's kind of a villain. Just in case you missed the memo, Drakkon snagged the red Zeo crystal after a rather intense tango with Tommy Oliver from another timeline. Impersonation, crystal stealing, and a dash of murder, you know, just a regular day in the life of an evil twin. With his power binge far from over, who knows what wicked abilities he'll conjure up next. Can he live without his armor suit? Remember Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 50? Well, Drakkon made a comeback, arriving on Earth like a comet crashing a superhero party. He looked a tad freaked out, but fast forward to issue number 51, and he swapped that scared expression for one that screams, the world owes me one. Now, let's talk about the new threads or lack thereof in Drakkon's case. He's ditched his iconic suit, along with any fancy Ranger getup. Instead, he's rocking a rugged brown ensemble that's all about utility. Cloak? Check. Hood? Double check. look. Drakkon's undergone a makeover that could make even a villain stylish blush. His face now sports a red tattoo that's staking its claim from his eye. And if that's not enough, he shaved his hair on one side. Ouch, that had to sting. Gone is the regal aura he used to flaunt with his epic suits. This new look serves up a more straightforward villain vibe, like he's just here to mess things up without any fancy frills. Don't get me wrong, he's still a walking danger zone, but there's something raw and unrefined about his appearance now, as he has got a severed head hanging around his neck. Yeah, you read that right. It's none other than Saba, the talking saber from the Power Rangers lore. Just when you thought Drakkon couldn't get any more twisted, he goes ahead and flaunts a head necklace. So, in conclusion, he can definitely live without his suit, and he even owns the look. Can he absorb the power from Morphin Grid? Lord Drakkon isn't just power hungry. He's become a certified Morphin Grid power sponge. Yup, the guy's not satisfied with just clutching onto White and Green Ranger's powers. He's taking a power buffet tour with a little help from his buddy, Finster 5. Drakkon's on the hunt for world domination, and his sidekick Finster 5 stumbles upon his sneaky secret. Instead of snatching every single morpher in sight, Drakkon can level up his power game by swiping just one morpher from each group of rangers. But wait, it's not that simple. Knowing Drakkon, any extra morphers he gets his hands on, they're not just for show. He's rigged up his henchmen with these stolen morphers too. That is one evil assembly line. Drakkon's power absorption plan just kicked up a notch. Lord Drakkon's out to prove that more isn't just more, it's everything. With each new stolen morpher, he's turning into a walking, talking, power-absorbing nightmare. He can teleport to any universe. Hold on to your multiverse maps, because Lord Drakkon's teleportation game is like nothing you've seen. Remember Nightcrawler from the X-Men with his snazzy teleportation tricks? Well, Drakkon just upped the ante, making Nightcrawler look like he's barely got a learner's permit. Drakkon isn't just moving from point A to point B, he's leaping across entire dimensions. This villainous virtuoso can hop into different universes like they're his personal playgrounds. But don't go imagining cartwheels and mid-air splits. This isn't a teleportation dance party. Drakkon's power lets him materialize wherever he pleases, and it's enough to make even the most seasoned Power Rangers head spin. He's like that uninvited guest who shows up at your party, even though you didn't send an invitation. Rangers who thought they were safe suddenly find themselves face to face with this dimension-hopping troublemaker. Hence, his teleportation antics are the stuff of comic legend. He's not just changing locations, he's bending reality to his dark desires. And when you can hop between dimensions like a kangaroo on caffeine, there's really no place to hide. Can he kill other versions of himself? Now, we're not talking about some existential self-help session here. This is more like villainous multitasking, where he's determined to dominate every version of himself in the multiverse. Think about it. Snuffing out other versions of yourself has got to be like a surreal cosmic mind game. Drakkon's basically showing his commitment to his agenda by unleashing mayhem on alternate Tommy Olivers. It's like a weird self-improvement plan, but instead of bettering himself, he's out to conquer himself. I have to admit, Drakkon's not just talk. He's walked the talk, and he's walked it well. He's made conquests in his timeline and across the entire multiverse. And let's not forget, this dude's not afraid to tango with an army of rangers or any team that comes his way. He's got this eerie satisfaction from defeating versions of himself. With a mix of ease and a splash of contempt, he's proven time and again that he's the ultimate lord of the Drakkons. And let's not kid ourselves, Drakkon's got quite the track record. He's left a trail of defeated rangers in his wake, like some cosmic bully in a demented playground. So when it comes to vanquishing alternate versions of himself, Lord Drakkon's not just a one-hit wonder. He's got a playlist of multiverse domination tunes, and he's not pressing pause anytime soon. Does he have the mind-controlling ability? Mind control. That's like something out of a Wicked Wizard's playbook. Yep, Lord Drakkon is not just waving his evil wand. He's diving headfirst into the dark arts, learning the ropes of brain manipulation from none other than the notorious Rita Repulsa. And speaking of mind control, let's talk about Lord Drakkon's most chilling card in his power pack deck, the brainwashed Pink Ranger, Kimberly Ann Hart. Drakkon's got a thing for Kimberly Hart, though it's not the hearts and flowers kind of thing. No, his fascination is all about her abilities. He saw her as a power package that could be weaponized, so he slapped her with the same mind control spell that Rita used on him, and voila, meet the Ranger Slayer, complete with a power bow that's as deadly as it is stylish. As the Ranger Slayer, Kimberly was Drakkon's ultimate weapon, dancing to his evil tune as his very own mercenary. Imagine brainwashing someone as talented and heroic as a Power Ranger. He successfully turned a superhero into a supervillain. Sure, Kimberly eventually snapped out of Drakkon's mind-twisting grip, but during her time in the shadows, she became the second deadliest Power Ranger in the universe, second only to the big bad Drakkon himself. Now that's what I call a mind-bending power dynamic. So, fellow homies, of all things Power Rangers, remember this: Lord Drakkon's mind control skills aren't just about manipulation, they're a masterclass in villainous strategy. What is Drakkon's Black Dragon Ranger form? I hope you are ready for some of the Morphin madness, because Lord Drakkon's got a dark side that's scarier than a superhero's worst nightmare. He's playing a twisted telepathic game, taking orders from the sinister Imperials, and there's no going back because if he even thinks about disobeying, they zap his brain with psychic pain. It's like a villainous shock collar, keeping him in check. Drakkon's been scheming and bargaining long before he even crossed paths with the Power Rangers. He made a deal with the devil, promising to lead the Omega Rangers into a deadly trap. In exchange, he'd get his power coin back, like some twisted refund scheme. In a move that's as bold as it is gutsy, he spills the beans on the Omega Rangers' location to the Imperials. And guess what? He's finally freed from their grip and handed back his morpher. But that's not the end of Drakkon's power play. When the Omega Rangers are in a tight spot, he pounces, morphing into his Black Dragon Ranger form. He brings a world of hurt to the battlefield. Now, taking a closer look at his getup, there's a hint of red creeping in, adding a touch of danger to his already sinister vibe. It's like he's painting the town with his own brand of villainous flair. Drakkon's got moves that'll make even the most daring heroes pause. He's not just about power, he's a master of manipulation, striking fear into his enemies' hearts. Can he control the multiverse? How Drakkon has been monitoring the multiverse. Most of you might know Lord Drakkon isn't just a conqueror, he's a cosmic puppeteer pulling the strings of the multiverse. Remember, in the lead up to the Shattered Grid mayhem, Drakkon's chilling on his throne, kicking back and binge-watching footage from different Power Ranger seasons. It's like he's the ultimate TV critic, but instead of popcorn, he's got a thirst for universal dominance. And that's not all. He's got a heart-to-heart talk with his buddy Finister 5, discussing the launch of what he dubs the Great Campaign. He's been keeping tabs on the RPM and SPD Rangers, practically cataloging their every move in his sinister spreadsheet. This shows he's been peering through the multiverse curtains, watching the Rangers across dimensions like a judgmental deity. But guess what? He's not impressed. He's got a beef with the other Rangers. They don't see power the way he does. And when Drakkon's disappointed, things tend to get explosive. While we can't spill all the cosmic beans on Drakkon's multiverse mastery, one thing's for sure. He's got a backstage pass to what's shaking in every universe. Armed with that knowledge, he's like a cosmic chess player making moves that shake things up in any reality he chooses. Lord Drakkon isn't just watching, he's plotting and scheming, ready to seize power from anyone who doesn't measure up to his vision. He can create a whole evil Power Rangers team. So far, we know he is a power-hoarding mastermind who's tapping into the ultimate energy source of the Power Rangers universe, the Morphin Grid. In Drakkon's twisted playbook, Power Rangers aren't just heroes, they're rulers of their domains. Drakkon's not content with just building his own little evil army. Oh no, he's gone all out by crafting a lineup of nefarious Rangers that make even the most heroic teams pale in comparison. Say hello to the Ranger Sentries, Drakkon's personal crew of evildoers, each powered by a stolen piece of the Morphin Grid. These aren't just cosplayers with attitude, they're ready to rain down chaos in style. And the villainous buffet doesn't stop there. Drakkon's got a knack for recruitment, roping in a rogues gallery of notorious characters from across the Power Rangers multiverse. We're talking the likes of Psycho Rangers from In Space, the A-Squad from SPD, and Korag from Mystic Force. Drakkon's not just stealing power, he's turning it into an evil symphony that's blasting through the multiverse. With his Ranger Sentries and his lineup of recruited baddies, he's creating a force that's as intimidating as it is impressive. How Lord Drakkon can be defeated. When it comes to taking down Lord Drakkon, it's all about teamwork, creative tactics, and a dash of curiosity. Drakkon's riding high on his villainous victory, having defeated the Coinless and captured some of our favorite Rangers. But never underestimate the power of brains over brawn, especially when Billy and Trini put their heads together. In a move that's as clever as it is audacious, Billy and Trini managed to craft a plan using Drakkon's alternate timeline counterpart's power coin. They unleashed an energy burst that left Drakkon and his Ranger Sentry zapped and shocked. You could say it was a shocking twist for the villain, and the energy blast cracked his precious power coin. Suddenly, the mighty Drakkon found himself in a rare state of vulnerability, facing an unexpected loss of power. But you know what? Drakkon's not just a sore loser. He's a master manipulator, attempting to mess with Tommy's head by spewing words about friendship being a weakness. Yet, Tommy's having none of it. The two battle it out, with Tommy refusing to fall for Drakkon's mind games. And just when you think Drakkon's done for, he pulls a disappearing act like some magician. He jumps off a cliff, leaving Tommy to believe he's met his end. But surprise, surprise, Drakkon's not one to go down without a fight. He survives, getting sucked into the Power Rangers universe and finding himself in a tight spot under the watchful eye of the US government. Fast forward to issue 23, and the tables have turned. Drakkon's now the one behind bars, held captive in an underground cell at the Promethea complex. But guess who pays him a visit? Billy Cranston, the Blue Ranger himself, who's curious about the energy situation. Drakkon takes pleasure in recounting his past escapades from his own timeline, leaving Billy with more than he bargained for. And just when you think he's not contained, Drakkon proves once again that he's not a villain to be underestimated. With cunning and dark magic, he escapes his prison, leaving us with a cliffhanger that's bound to keep us on the edge of our seats. Marvelous verdict. As we bid adieu to this villainous saga, remember, it's not just about the spandex-clad battles. It's about the complex layers that make up Lord Drakkon's twisted psyche. So, as you delve back into the pages of comic lore, keep an eye out for that dark shadow lurking in the multiverse. Because where there's power, there's Drakkon, ready to rewrite the rules and keep us hooked on the edge of our comic book seats. Stay nerdy, stay curious, and may the multiverse be ever in your favor. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone.
To set things right.